You're watching Word of Production on Street Peace Television, and today is a special day. It's Memorial Day weekend, 2016. I'm at Fitz Casino, and the reason why I'm here, they have brought something down that a lot of people maybe will never see. A lot of people will never get the chance to go to Washington, D.C., so they brought the wall monument of the Vietnam veterans. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir. It's a Vietnam Traveling Memorial Wall.
Okay, who am I speaking to?
Doc Russo. I'm the wall manager. I'm the guy that brings it around the country.
Okay, well, how's it been?
It's been great. They've had a really good turnout here in the last couple of days. A lot better than anybody I think thought was going to be. It's been really good.
Well, you know, Memorial Day, people need to remember what the holiday is for, basically, instead of just barbecuing, really, you know. How many names is on the wall?
This wall has 58,227 names of men and women who died in Vietnam.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so people that don't know, what years was the Vietnam War?
Officially 1959 and 1975.
I was born in '59.
Well, I guess you didn't go then, huh?
No, I didn't, but I've heard a lot of stories and seen a lot of videos. It was a horrible. Were you in Vietnam?
No, I'm a younger guy. I was in Panama, Grenada, Lebanon, and the first Gulf.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what kind of turnout you had today?
They've had a really good turnout. They've probably had maybe 600-700 people, and it's only 3:30 in the afternoon. It's still early.
Mm-hmm. So how many places have you been already?
We've in the last 11 years that we've been traveling, this is our 156th event.
Okay. What do you think the Vietnam veterans really need?
Closure.
Besides recognition, which they didn't get. Other than that, you know, what do the veterans need?
Closure, time to heal. That's why we do what we do with the wall. It's the first step in the healing process for guys that have been carrying burdens around for 50 years. They come out here and see their buddies, or families come out to see fellow, family members.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the first step in the healing process.
You know, I was watching television recently, and President Obama is visiting over in Vietnam, and I think it's President of Vietnam. Anyway, they opening up trade negotiations for the sales stuff. What do you think about that?
Can I say no comment?
Well, yeah, you can. You know, you know what? When I first saw it, you know, a lot of people died for a war, and it seemed like we can make peace to make a profit. You know, I really didn't really like it myself, but, you know, I wasn't there. I'm not a politician, but you got to put the past in the past. But I think the Vietnam veterans, they need to be more appreciated and financially supported in whatever they need, because, you know, to be sent to it was drafted back then, you know, and to be sent out to a war that you didn't volunteer to go to, and to give your life and come back and not appreciate it, that's hard to deal with.
Oh, yes, it is. I said, but one fact is that, yeah, they had to draft, but only 20% of the guys in Vietnam were drafted. Mm-hmm. Most of them were volunteers, the guys that enlisted in the military. Mm-hmm. A lot of the draftees took the behind-the-scenes positions. I mean, you hear about a lot of guys that were drafted that died, but, you know, you are talking 58,000 plus. But
how many men in Vietnam? How many?
There was over 3.5 million men in Vietnam, and 58,000 plus died.
That's a lot, man. That's awful. That's an awful lot. That's an awful lot. That's sad too, you know. Do you have any personal friends that's been in Vietnam?
I have a cousin who's on the wall.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna get into that wall in a very few minutes. Is it in alphabetical order or by rank, or what? What is it?
It's alphabetically by day over 15 years.
What you mean by day? When they was enlisted or what?
No, the day they died.
Oh, that's right. The day they died. That's right. Okay, so this is a replica of the one that's in Washington, D.C.? Exactly?
Correct. It's a 3/5 scale replica. The one in Washington is 10 foot tall in the center, where ours is 6 foot, and it's about 100 feet longer on each end.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break for a second so I can move the camera a little bit. I'm here today by myself, and I want him to explain a few of the monuments or pictures over here. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Tell me a little bit about this picture behind me, sir.
It's a picture of the statue in Washington called the Three Fighting Men. It depicts basically the three basic fighting soldiers from Vietnam. Different races, different jobs, whether it's a platoon leader, a machine gunner, or just a plain old grunt.
No, that's a proud picture. You know that?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. It's a proud statue in Washington, too. It gets a lot of visits.
You know, I love America. You know, today things have changed since the Vietnam War, but, you know, people, when they were called to fight, they didn't question it. Like you said earlier, some volunteered and some enlisted or what have you, but they loved the country, and they went to their death, believing it in that, believing in God and everything. I really like that poster. I mean, that picture. What was the ages of most of the men that went to Vietnam? Do you know?
21 or less.
Unless wait, 21, 18. You got to be 18, right?
Well, technically, the youngest name on the wall is 15 years old.
You're kidding? 15?
No, sir. 15. There's 3 16-year-olds listed on the wall. Back then, your parents could sign a waiver for you to go in the military early. You weren't technically supposed to go to war until you were 18, but evidently some paperwork gets fudged here and there, and that's how it happened.
15, 16. That's deep. That's real deep. That's deep. Well, we're going to step back for a second and so I can get a closer view of it. Okay, I'm still standing here with the wall manager of this particular program, Mr. Doc Russo. Did I get it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me about the flags behind you.
The flags behind us are the 5 service flags for our countries: the Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Coast Guard, and they fly in the order that they were originated in the country.
Okay.
So if you look at those, you can see the Army was first, and it goes all the way down, and the Coast Guard being the last one.
For those of you who didn't know that, you thought they were just pretty flags with different colors. Like me, of course, but now we know better. Okay.
Well, this is Doc Russo again. The plaque here that you're seeing in memory of the men and women who served in the Vietnam War and later died as a result of their sacrifice. We honor and remember their sacrifice. This plaque is for all the men and women who died after they came home, whether it be from Agent Orange, related injuries, PTSD, suicides, things of that nature. Those people will never be added to the wall. And this is our recognition of those folks. In Washington, D.C., they have the same plaque that's embedded in the ground next to the wall.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this picture behind us right here.
This picture is called the Nurses Memorial or the Woman's Memorial. It depicts nurses taking care of an injured soldier on the battlefield. There are actually 8 women nurses that are listed on the walls killed in action in Vietnam. So it's a little bit special, especially to any of the soldiers that got wounded in Vietnam. They remember these things.
So so women fought they helped out in the Vietnam War. It's just so many people, but that's a proud picture. It really is.
Oh yeah, most definitely a proud picture.
Let's back up a little bit. Let me get a close up on that. It's just kind of breathtaking because it's very emotional. Do a lot of people get emotional when they see this?
Oh yeah, they get emotional here at the pictures, at the wall in general. I mean, it's a very moving thing.
Okay, let me back up a second so I can take a closer look.
All the different parts of the wall. How many people were 19? The 15-year-old is listed on here. 31 sets of brothers, 3 sets of fathers and sons, 8 women. How many soldiers died on their first day in combat in country? How many soldiers died on their last day? The state that has the most casualties per capita. It's just a facts, basically like a fact sheet.
That's good. The facts is good because everything you just said, I never knew. It kind of brings it home, personalized. It's the age, the date. It's just I'm glad people kept records of it. Do we have any soldiers still over in Vietnam that never came home?
Yes.
I'm not saying alive, of course. I'm just saying
they're alive. We still have soldiers that are alive that were POWs, and after many years they were released, and they've gotten with Vietnamese wives and families, and
So they stayed on their own.
Oh yeah, yep.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. There was some peace behind that. Man, you wouldn't be surprised. You'd be surprised what you could do with editing. But anyway, like I was saying, I'd like to thank you for do me a favor. Just explain this shit just one more time.
It's a field cross. It's basically a field memorial to a fallen soldier. If they bury the soldier, they'll put his weapon, his helmet, they'll hang his dog tags on the weapon. After the battle, they can come through and they pick up the dog tags to confirm a death. It's a field memorial is what it is.
Okay. So it's a brotherhood lifetime among all the service people.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Yep. It's definitely a brotherhood.
Lifetime.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, there's no place that I'll go that I won't have a vet's back, or a vet won't have my back. It's just something that it's expected.
I got you. Well, look, I'd like to thank you for your time, because I just came down and I was looking for someone that could just give me a tour, and you did a very good professional job. I enjoyed it. I'm going to look at the names on the wall so you can check them out, and I'd like to thank Fitzgerald for bringing this tribute out to the memorials today. And trying to go to Washington. Is there a lot of other stuff in Washington too?
Oh yeah, I mean, just the mall in Washington has the wall, has the statues that we were looking at, the pictures, World War II Memorial, Korea Memorial. I mean, just the mall in Washington itself is phenomenal. Not to mention the whole city. I mean, the whole city. If you've never been there, you could spend a week there and not see everything.
I've never been there.
Oh well.
That's why I'm here.
Put it on your bucket list.
That's why I leave here. Okay, but thank you again. God bless you. And where you leave? Where you going when y'all leave here? Where's your next stop?
Our next event is down in Longwood, Florida.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I hope you have good weather. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Hi, I'm Michael Tabor. We're still at Fitzgerald Casino, Memorial Day weekend, and I ran into some people that was here looking at the wall. What is your name, sir?
Scott Agent.
Okay, and this is your family?
This is my family.
Oh, this your wife?
My wife, Becky.
Miss Becky and?
Amethyst.
Okay, and?
Eli.
Okay, what do you think about Fitzgerald bringing this out to the community like this?
I think it's a good thing for the community, especially for the kids to come out and see the sacrifices that these people have made to our country and to our freedom.
Have they ever heard of the Vietnam War? Don't cry, sir. It is emotional war. It brought tears to my eyes, too. Anybody in your family was in Vietnam? You want me to be a minute? Catch that? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You know, the thing about it, that's the whole purpose of the wall, so people can vent, they can cry, pray. You know, the guy earlier was telling me about some 15, 16-year-olds. A lot of people died in Vietnam. You know, a lot of them walk around here now with problems. You know. But I do appreciate you take some time out to. Was your father in Vietnam?
Yes, my dad served in Vietnam.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay, who y'all here looking for today on the wall?
There's 3 people, MacArthur Hamburg, his platoon sergeant, Martin Cox, and another friend of his, Jerry Jenkins.
Okay. So your father, he's still living?
Yes.
That's good. Where y'all from?
We're originally from Meridian, Mississippi, and we're now living in Memphis.
So you never been to Washington, D.C. to see this wall, right?
We've not been to the Washington, D.C., but we've seen another traveling wall, and also the wall down in Pensacola.
So you think this was a good idea to bring this wall down to Memphis?
Yes,
Mississippi?
I do. I really do.
You know, I've never seen a wall. I've never been to Washington, D.C. either myself, saw it on television. So this wall right here is my first time seeing it too. And I was just looking at all the names. Can you just imagine all the people that died? Man, it's breathtaking.
It's unreal.
Yeah, it is. It's unreal. You know, people in America, people take things for granted.
Exactly.
They really do. You know, they really, really do. You know, I couldn't imagine being in the battlefield and seeing people around me dying, and then out there in the rain, and different weather, sleeping outside.
Right.
It ain't no movie thing, is it?
No, it's not. This is almost 58, 60,000 people on this wall. That's small town America. That's a
Yeah.
city. That's the population of a city.
Yeah. The saddest thing, they didn't actually die.
No.
And then a lot of them came back, psychological problems, handicap. I mean, people just don't understand what made America great.
That's right.
And they hear always complaining all the time. You know?
That's right.
And, you know, I see veterans. My father's a veteran, too. He's not a Vietnam veteran, but he's a veteran. I don't know what branch. I think it was in the Army. But the thing is, people take veterans for granted. And the veteran is really, he's the individual, whatever military that separates us from freedom, democracy, and communism. You know, it's just that, that individual that's laying his life down the line. You know, America is a great country. You know,
It is. It really is.
What's your father's name again?
James H.
Okay.
And my father-in-law also is retired Navy.
They said they were alphabet tribes.
Okay,
20,
well,
25 plus years.
25 plus years in the Navy.
how old is your father?
65.
70. He'll be 70. He just turned 71.
71.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, I'm not going to take any much of your time. The best thing, I'm glad you brought the family down so they can see this. Have they ever heard of the Vietnam War before you brought them?
They have.
So let me ask you a question. Come on over here. Come on over here. I want to ask you, what did you learn today by coming out to see this wall?
That a lot of people sacrifice their lives for us.
Yeah. So what did you learn today?
I learned that a bunch of people died for our freedom and sacrificed themselves. Even though they died, we still have freedom to die.
That's right. That's good. So, you know. Anyway, thank you for your time. What did you learn? Hold on a second. What did you learn today?
Well, I'm a military brat, so I've learned this all my life. But I mean, our men and women in our armed forces, they're overlooked a lot, and this is just a good way to pay respects to the ones that gave their lives and to their family, that they still have somewhere to come and speak to them.
That's good. You can't forget them.
No.
Well, thank you very much for your time. Thank you. And you keep up with your little kitties.
Yes.
Y'all grow up and do what mother and father tell you to do. Okay.
All right.
They're in a better place now.
What they died for, I believe so too.
Nobody got 45.
No, we gotta get the picture. Papa wanted a picture of the name.
I'm gonna give you my card.
Card? Oh, business card.
I'm Michael Tabor. We're still at this Jericho Center, something Mississippi. I'm sitting next to Mr.
Joseph Barlow.
Okay, you was in Vietnam.
Yes, I was in Vietnam.
Okay, what year?
69 or 70.
Okay, what was it like?
Vietnam was like, it was something you don't want to tell many people about because it's something people would not understand. the life that we had, the life and the way we had to live and the things we had to go through. But I was glad to serve my country, and I was glad to be able to come back alive.
So how long were you over there?
Well, I did 6 months in Vietnam, and I came back to the USA, and then I did the rest of my time in the Air National Guard.
Okay.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, why did you go? Were you drafted or what?
No, I volunteered for the military, and then they told me I had to go to Vietnam, so I didn't want to go, but eventually they got me over there. But I enjoyed the tour because I learned something while I was there.
Okay, what branch were you in?
United States Air Force.
Okay, so you didn't do any ground work.
I didn't do any groundwork, but I saw a lot of stuff going on around me. Yeah, so I was, it's something you just can't tell everybody about. But it's good to be one that made it back home. I'm thankful to God for that.
Well, what do you think the veterans need? Those veterans, these veterans, do you think that the government is doing enough for the veterans?
I think the government could do better, but I would like to see them increase the amount of money they give to veterans who serve that country. We have to go through a lot to get something, but I'm thankful for what they're doing for us right now. But I wish they could improve on their giving.
What do you think the direction of our country is going? We've got a lot of terrorists, violence on the street. How do you feel on that?
My point to that is that unless we as people learn how to communicate with one another and come together to learn how to live with one another, we're going to always have terrorism, we're going to always have ups and downs. And I remember when Martin Luther King was killed in Memphis, I said to myself then, we're in trouble. But I thank God that we were able to come together. We didn't have many riots and things. And that's the whole thing about me being an American citizen. To learn how to communicate with one another, learn how to say I love you, and learn how to be kind to one another.
How old are you?
I'll be 70 years old October the 20th.
Okay, is anybody on the wall that you come to see and got names on the wall?
I don't know any names on the wall, and I just was passing through, and I never seen a wall set up before, so I came down to visit. And I thank God for them setting it up this day, because so many people do not know how many young men died and gave their lives for the country, and we still acting foolish about everything.
That's so true. I've never been to Washington, so it's my first time seeing it all too. And I interviewed the coordinator, he gave me a lot of information. And I got a few thousand viewers. I'm gonna run this on Comcast. And, I'm gonna give you my card, give you my personal copy, since you're from Nashville, and maybe a copy of the DVD. I'll show it to you from
Okay.
what happened. Who did you come here with?
Well, I brought my friend here from Nashville. And
His name?
Her name is Melinda.
Okay.
Georgia.
Okay. Is this your first time at the Traverling Center?
Well, this is my first time. No, this is not my first time. I like to come down. They got good food in there. Sometimes I do other things, but most I come down just to get away from the city, come down and visit and talk to people.
Do you think this is a good thing that Fitz casino did?
I think it's a very good thing because you don't see I didn't see any other activities along the way as I came down.
Yeah, people have barbecue today.
Oh yeah, and that's a good thing. But I need to stay away from a lot of the barbecue.
Every holiday people want to go out and get drunk and barbecue.
Yeah.
Memorial Day is for remembrance. People forget to remember.
And they forget what they're doing it for. It's not for eating. It's time to think what the young man that's fought for, gave his life for, and came back to try to get help being over there because there's a lot of sickness once you go overseas and come back. And people don't really know what you go through unless they've been there. And you can't tell them everything because they won't understand it.
Okay, well, I know what some horrible sights are over there.
Yeah.
You can't show, but a lot of people died horrible. Sure.
Oh yes, you will see some blown up and you see a Jeep may go out and never come back.
No, it ain't no movie thing.
Ain't no movie.
Ain't no movie.
Ain't no crying dad and mama, just the real deal.
Okay, well look, I'd like to thank you for your time.
Okay.
You got your little scooter here.
Yes, sir.
And if you're going to Fitzgerald, I hope you can bring out a couple dollars out.
All right. Well, now if you go in Pittsfield, you know what they tell you? bring me your money so I can pay my honey.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
I want a little bit in there every now and then.
Yeah.
But you know the thing is, it's good I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to give people a chance to get away for activity, because, you know, just get out. When you get out, you can meet people. And don't seem like you have no problem meeting nobody. Everybody seems to be very friendly.
But look, you have a safe trip back.
Okay.
And probably let me give you my card.
Okay.
Since you're from out of town,
Yes, sir.
just call me on the cell and I'll
All
send you a personal copy. Okay?
All right, I appreciate it. Now, when is this going to run? When is this going to run?
I'm gonna probably run this. I'm gonna wait. Probably this is the end of May.
Right.
It'll probably be the last second Saturdays in next month.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna skip a few months and then run it again.
Okay.
I can run it this year, next year. It doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
You know, I just run it as popularity.
All right. Well, I'll call you and let you send me one if I need to pay you for it.
No, don't worry about it, man. You pay enough.
Okay. All right.
It's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
God bless you. You have a good.
Michael Tabor, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this particular program at the Fitzgerald Casino this Memorial Day 2016. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I'd like to thank the people that I was able to interview. I think the Memorial Day is a day that we shouldn't forget. A lot of people died. A lot of people on this wall gave their lives. Some came back handicapped physically and mentally. You can't take anything for granted. But I do like to thank Fitzgerald Casino, because I never been to Washington D.C. and saved me a lot of money. They brought it to me. It's not always about gambling. I mean, it's a good program they got going on here. I try to stay on top of a lot of things that the casinos have that affects the public that you might be interested in. So I'm gonna hang around a little bit longer and get something to eat and go in and have a good time for a while. You watching Word of Production? Hug somebody that you love. Always pray. Thank you. You're watching Word Up.